Hello everyone and welcome to race number 16 here at Talladega for the EA Sports 500. The 2008 theme race that will take place here, the third installation of the theme races in seasons-wise. So let's get on down to your starting lineup. On the pole for this one, Kev Sheeran, car number 16, the Jack Daniels Coca-Cola Chevrolet. Next to him, Scott Roush in the 60. Third, Seth Cole. Fourth, Brett Pritchard. Fifth, Dylan Thoreau. Sixth, Zach Rogers. Seventh, JT Bryant. Eighth, James Allison. Ninth, Clint Spill and plenty of top 10, Jean Art. Mr. Starting line from 11th and 12th on back. As you see some of the schemes that are displaying, some of these guys here that made them. Big thanks to all the painters who were doing them. So you're seeing some of the schemes that these painters were doing. Theme was 2008 altogether, so you see some of the drivers here taking full advantage of the schemes and going from there. On the front row, Sam Oskin and Trent Dunham. I'll go through your top 10 in the points coming into this race. They include the following: Cole Deaver with the points lead by 35 points over Trent Dunham. Clint Spillman is in third, 38 back from the points leader. And then a bit of a gap between third and fourth, which is Cody Lamas. Keith Batson completing the top 5. Then the rest of the top 10 includes Quentin Moore, Zach Flickinger, RJ Bishop. He's been the biggest mover so far in the season. He's been absolutely fantastic lately, getting some consistency. He's jumped up to 8th. Alex Ferranti, Zach Rogers completing the top 10. Other nobles there, Sam Oskin, 1 point behind Zach Rogers in 11th. Then you got Brian James, Benjamin Miles, Nathan Hudson, Dylan Poteet, Scott Roush, Jeffrey Finguy, JT Bryant, Jesse Turner, Connor Meyer, completing the top 20. So, now that we got that part out of the way, make sure that people are fully aware again, because this is the 2008 themed race. We're also at race number 16 of the year. We still got a couple more big races that will go on by. But before that, let's get the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command as the pace car is going to let the cars roll on by. We will take you to the green flag in mere moments. And the pace car makes a dive down to pit road. Kev Shears, Scott Roush, they're going to lead the field down for the EA Sports 500. A very solid front row that will take place here. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we're underway for the EA Sports 500. Coming on to turn number 4, there's Seth Cole and JT Bryant. They're going to battle it out there coming to the line, but we'll showcase some of the throwbacks. You see Seth Cole, technically it's 2009, but also for the 2008 altogether, because this game did run in 08. Let's get the number inverted out of the way. James Qualls in the 70, running the DuPont colors. The Flames, he's been wanting to run this for quite some time, whether if it was a one-off or altogether, and here he is. He's finally doing it for a throwback, and what way to do it here at Talladega Super Speed. We're going to see coming off this corner right here. What a great-looking scheme altogether. Hopefully, Qualls keeps that car in trouble. See what happens to him. How about the points leader? In the 9. We're in the Dale Jr. 2008 National Guard there. Or 2009, excuse me. How about Qualls' teammate, Joshua Osborne in the 27. Run the Robbie Gordon colors of the Monster Energy Machine. Wanted to run for sure. Big Robbie Gordon fan altogether. See, already in a bit of a 4 wide there a little bit. Alex Ferranti in that Lowe's Cobalt Tool Chevrolet there. Got a couple of Jimmy Johnson schemes right here. Of course, Ferranti loving the Cobalt colors. That's why he's running that all together. Diego Yepes in the 59. Running that 2008 Husky Tools Mercedes right there. A little different than his normal running Husky cars. They're 4 wide behind him. That's a bit of a yikes. Car next to him there. Well, may as well get this one too. Zach Fletcher running the Casey Kane Budweiser car. And already, oh, trouble! One car up in the air. And a caution will be out. One car up in the air. It was Quinn Moore. And another wreck taking play. Down the front straight, or back straight, excuse me. John R. Jeffrey Finguy. Connor Meyer, Clint Spillman, Seth Cole, your one of the drivers that really need a good run there. Keith Batts in the 39, your previous race winner. JT Bryant, Benjamin Miles. And the big one on lap 4 of 38. Nathan Hudson, his car got destroyed. He looked like he saved it too, and not so quite. Zachary Fitzwater, his struggles continue. Same, oh man, Quentin Moore was actually 6th in the points, and that car just got battered. We've seen him flip over earlier. That wiped out a chunk of cars. Couple drivers that probably got real lucky out of all that. There's Scott Rouch, Jessica Shelton, Jesse Turner, Allison Rain, Alex Drayton. They look like they're clean, and the same can be said for Ember Ross. I've said actually just got a little bit of left side damage. Same with Brian James. And the rest involved on down pit road. Look at Ferranti's car, absolutely battered there. Nathan Hudson was running that Mobile 1 scheme. Sam Horse Jr. colors. John Art. There's Commons running that South Point Dodge there. Brandon Gaughan colors. There's some cars coming down pit road. Some cars staying out. Oh, Ramia Fisher in the 11. And James Ellison in there. Oh, man. Some of these guys... That was odd. I didn't see them get involved unless they got some damage elsewhere. But right side of Ellison's car also got battered too. So while they are doing pit stops, caution's out for the first time today here at Talladega. Your leader right now, Kyle Matthews. Surprised how some of these drivers are staying out too, but looks like James Qualls will benefit. Will be the first one off pit road. Caution's out. Matthews, your leader, is taking back a look. Ourselves our first caution here at Talladega. Well, here's a look at ourselves our first caution. Yeah, you think 4 wide was crazy. How about 5 wide coming into turn number 1? And James, or I'm sorry, not James Ellison. That was Samet Oskin there. Man, I have no idea what he was thinking right there. And oh man, Fitzwater went on top of the safer barrier there. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Just a good chunk of cars that went onto the high line right there. Nathan Hudson actually thought he had it saved and got clipped last second. Then there was another wreck up ahead we'll take a look at in a minute. Seth about had it avoided, and he ran into Alex Ferranti. And some of these guys who went down low, they just couldn't avoid. Brett Pritchard, Phil Parker. Brian James about had it through, and then just couldn't avoid Zachary Fitzwater right there. And ended up flipping over the Tax Slayer Chevrolet, too. So now, got that part of the way. And then we'll look at Fitzwater in a second, because he took a wild ride there. Dylan Thoreau. See if we can look at a regular angle what happened to him on Spectator there. We'll probably get a really good view from there. Actually, we'll look at Fitzwater. Wow, look at the air that Tax Slayer Chevrolet got there. He was right on top of the safer barrier, let alone the catch fence. Scott Roush actually had to avoid a nice miss with a 60. Thoreau avoided Benjamin Miles, was about ready to slide right in front of him. I think this is probably what's going to regard with Nathan Hudson there in the 8. Yeah, indeed the case. And, oh, what a lick right there. Hard hit for the National Guard Chevrolet. And Alex Drayton was sliding up there. Joshua Osborne, Angel Navarro, Cody Lamas. Oh, Finn Guy got turned by Connor Meyer. Oh, it was a chain reaction, and Batson, he just got into Ember Ross at the wrong time. Belt had it avoided, too, and John Art, I think he ran into Jeffrey Finn Guy in the 92. Navarro. Let's see what happened in this one. Just a chain reaction of a wreck there, and oh, Meyer just kind of ran over Finn Guy right there, and wow, Cole Deaver got really lucky after all that one there. And yep, there's where John Art got involved. James Ellison, that's where he gets that right side damage. And I do think he ran into one of the drivers under the yellow, and I think it was Ramian Fisher. As far as who Fisher ran into, I believe it was Levi McIntyre in the 99. I'm not too certain, but wow, just a regular wreck gone wrong for Fitzwater and a bunch of others, and then a chain reaction wreck, at least a couple of them. Alex Rain, I think, actually got really lucky after all that there, because him and Rain, they spun out in the back, and they didn't look like they had damage, so I think they got very lucky after all that. Caution's out. Let's take you back to the green. Pace cars gives us the 1 lap to go out of the race. They include the following: Connor Meyer, Jeffrey Finn Guy, Phil Parker, Brett Pritchard, Cody Lamas, Dylan Thoreau, John Art, Alex Ferranti, Quentin Moore, Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Hudson, Samed Oskin, Seth Cole, Trent Dunham, and Clint Spillman. Some of those drivers top 10 the points. Definitely not what they need right there. 27 cars were still on the track. And on the lead lap, Kyle Matthews out in front. Second, Sky Comets. Third, Audrey Baranowski. Fourth, RJ Bishop. Fifth, Dylan Pote. Sixth, Scott Roush. 7th, James Qualls. 8th, Levi McIntyre. 9th, Cashier, completing the top 10. Diego Yepes. Rest of the top 20, they include Aaron Douglas, Zach Flickinger, Ramian Fisher, Jesse Turner, Jessica Shelton, Zach Rogers, Alex Drayton, Cole Deaver, JT Bryant, Brian James, and the rest of the field got Keith Bassett, Allison Brain, Angel Navarro, James Ellison, Ember Ross, Benjamin Miles, and Joshua Osborne in 27th. Remember, Qualls on back came down pit road, and Qualls will restart in the 7th position, so eyes will definitely be on him, as well as the rest of the drivers ahead. Green flag back underway for Kyle Matthews and company here for the EA Sports 500. Now, hopefully, these drivers learn their lesson of not trying to attempt 5 wide ever again, because that was probably not the best idea altogether. Of course, you want to mention real quick, hometown hero for this race weekend is Scott Roush in the 60. He's always a fan favorite coming over at this track, and very notorious of wanting to win at this race. Just trying to see if the odds will come in his favor there in that Roush Racing bullet theme car there. And one car you've seen with no hood, that was Ramian Fisher in the 11, and he is holding up quite a slather of drivers there, some of which are not even that much off the pace, and I have no idea what Fisher is doing entirely, but that's probably angering at least a few drivers right there, especially the ones that are mainly up to speed. Tried to block Keith Batson there earlier and just missed out right there. Just wanted to take a look real quick, and he caused a bit of a gap right there. And well, we know the ones who are definitely going to be off the pace will definitely be keeping an eye on towards the end, but yeah, I guarantee you this will be a fun, interesting ordeal right there. Alex Drayton and Zach Rogers, as well as Allison Rain, Brian James, James Ellison, and Ember Ross, as well as Benjamin Miles. They're going to be quite a ways behind because of that 11 car. So as far as will he get up to the track, I don't think Brain and James will, but Rogers and Drayton, they're on the iffy side. So we documented about Qualls running the Jeff Gordon colors. Let's find some of the others here. RJ Bishop and that Haas Mercedes there. For the life of me, I'm trying to remember who had that exact Haas car during that time, and it'll probably come back to me a little later. Jesse Turner at 78, his teammate there, running the Tony Raines 96 DLP Texas Instruments there. See, of course, Levi McIntyre in the Carlos Edwards car there of Aflac. Zach Flickinger in the 96 running the Casey Kane Budweiser scheme. And Kane had Budweiser for the team for Everham. Sky Commons, we documented a little bit about him. He's run the Brendan Gaughan colors for this race weekend. He did also for Atlanta. So they're 4 wide for second. That was a yikes. You know, let's see on some of the damaged cars that had their Allison Rain in the 66. I'm having it, and I am not having it. Oh, boy. Yep, we're at that point in time where I can't even remember anything anymore. Yep, it's not hitting me. Great. Oh, boy. Josh Osborne, we mentioned before, he's running the Robbie Gordon colors there in that 27 car. JT Brennan, the 22, running the Denny Hamlin throwback to one of his older FedEx colors. And Cole Deaver, your points leader. Dale Jr., 2008, or one of his first cars that he had for the Hendrick Motorsports team with that National Guard colors there. Angel Navarro, running the scheme that Brad Keselowski won in 2009 at that time. As far as on the track, that is it. Everyone else, though, they're sticking together. Guarantee you 14 drivers are going to want to duke this out here. So far, though, you are seeing, minus that one caution, clean racing altogether. And I guarantee you, as Zach Flickinger's going to look for the lead, Diego Yepes now 4 wide, now 3 for the lead. They're going to eventually catch up to some of these damaged cars. The first one will be Ramian Fisher. That's a no-brainer. And that car is already wicked slow. Only going 166. Navarro going 169, 170. Around that range. And then Deaver, Bryant, and then all these guys are in the 180s. They will not be an issue altogether. And now they're going to go 4 wide for the lead. They are keeping the aggressive level. They were at least wanting to put a show on for the fans. And I don't blame, but you got to know when enough is enough. However, though, this is also a time where that battle for the championship is getting closer and closer. Sky Comets will lead that lap. Look, they're using every bit of track that you are seeing here at Talladega. And a care in the world is not even mattered. So Commons, a big bonus point right there. And oh, Flickinger and oh, McIntyre Matthews! Are they going to hold on? No, they're not. Will it be a yellow? No, it won't be. Not enough. Qualls, Matthews, Flickinger with some damage a bit. And the one who took the biggest blow, Levi McIntyre, almost just got ran over by a few drivers. No caution. Car in pit road, that's Brian James in the 94. He had engine damage. Oh, I think he blew up is what happened. That or the car died. Either one. He is on pit road, and he looks like he's done for the day. So now this really separated the field even more. And they are getting closer to Ramian Fisher in the 11. Now these guys that are here from where Jesse Turner on back is, they're probably hoping for that Ramian Fisher is going to hold them up enough to let them catch up. And this is good news for Zach Rogers and Alex Drayton. Because now they're going to have an extra drafting buddy. Qualls may be a bit off the pace. You can see he's only going 180 without the draft. He did get a little bit of rear end damage. Not a whole lot to really affect the car, but how much aerodynamically will this affect the car? See Rogers and Drayton, they're getting the communications together saying, all right, we got to get around the 70. Kyle Matthews exiting pit road in that 09. Tough break for him. He is now one lap down in that Hooters Chevrolet. And now Qualls going to have some draft. Rogers and Qualls are going to get around the 09. Drayton, not so much. And just double checking through. There's McIntyre. He's also now a lap down that 99. And it looks like Brian James. Yep, he's out of the race now officially. And they have approached Fisher, and now these drivers just getting a little bit held up. But will it be enough, though? They're reeling him in, too. These guys have now about cleared Ramey and Fisher in the 11. This is big news for RJ Bishop, Jesse Turner, Zach Flickinger. This is what they needed to see. Now they just need to make sure they get around the 11 with little to no problems at all. Don't do it off the turn. That's the main thing. These guys are going to try to stay single file. And they're all about going to go low. Good move by them. Bishop leading the way. Turner following, and Flickinger. He did not want to lose this as well. Smart driving. And now they've approached Angel Navarro, and everyone about got held up right there. Now Shelton and Roush, they'll get back into the pack. These three should be able to jump in with the rest of these drivers throughout the rest of the way. Now what do you do if you're Zach Rogers and James Qualls? As Drayton got held up a little bit by Matthews, and that's really going to hurt him. And Drayton lost every bit of draft right there altogether because of that. And look at this. How about Bishop, Jesse Turner, and Zach Flickinger working together? They're back in the pack. Well, Bishop and Turner are. Flickinger, never mind. All that work, and down the drain it goes. Shoots the car low, and now caution would mean a lot for these drivers here from here on out. And I thought those drivers that earlier with that incident, that was going to be a big-time break, but no yellow came out, and this really shocked a lot of people. Rogers and Qualls, not going to get lucky. Oh, man, Rogers did not want to see that there. He lost his drafting buddy thanks to Ramey and Fisher. Rogers, last season's winner, decided not to run a throwback for this race. And Bishop and Turner literally one step closer to getting back into that pack. So they're now in the top 10. And the next set of lap cars they're going to approach is Cole Deaver and JT Bryant whenever they do so. But Yepes out in front. Sky Commons in second. I know we haven't really paid attention to the front of the field because we're having to keep an eye on these slow cars in case they're going to run on by. But like as mentioned before now, Bishop now in the pack as well as Jesse Turner. That's good news if you're Diego Yepes. All three Bishop family racing cars, they're in this battle. And literally you have one every manufacturer that's over here. Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Dodge, and Mercedes. All five of them in here. But the question remains, though, is what's going to happen from here on out? And remember, too, Qualls. Remember, the top six didn't even come down pit road. I guarantee you some of the drivers that came down pit road when that first yellow came out, they're going to have the biggest advantage of them all. Oh, they're going 4 wide for second. I would not want to do that especially with this small of a pack. Settles back out to 3. I have no idea why these guys are 1, 2, 4 wide with this much of a pack, but they are just putting aggressive level times 12, and a care in the world is at 0. Wow, Yepes literally went to that high line right there and lost a little bit of momentum right there. Now they are approaching Cole Deaver, JT Bryant. And for Zach Flickinger, he may have a chance to get up there, but remember, those guys aren't too badly off the pace. They'll probably get slowed down a little bit, but I think you get the gist where I'm going here, folks. Qualls and Rogers have now gotten around Angel Navarro. Now, remember, too, if a caution comes out and we're less than 10 to go, I guarantee you Qualls and Rogers will probably be the luckiest of them all there. But those odds are going to get slimmer with the way how these guys are in a pack altogether. But you see how these guys are racing here. It could happen. Coming to lap 25. Kev Shearer, your pole sitter, out in front. Some of these guys trying to break a winless streak. Some of these guys looking for a first career win. Who is wanting this more? Here they come to Deaver and Bryant, a pair of Atlanteans here. They're going to try splitting the 9. They thought about it, and Kev Shearer going to use the high line. Same for Scott Roush. Inside line completely bamboozled right now. Now they're going to split them down the middle. For how long, though? Now JT Bryant's going to hold up a few drivers. Cars are scattering. Jesse Turner's just trying to get out of the way there. Deaver's not wanting to let off, though. Turner's like, man, I've just had enough of you slow cars ruining my day. And unfortunately, that's going to really hinder Jesse Turner for sure. Next 3. Remember Ross, Benjamin Miles, and Levi McIntyre is already a lap down. And how about this? Zach Flickinger's in 11th could get reeled in by Zach Rogers and James Qualls. Jesse Turner, this really hurt the DLP Texas Instruments Mercedes there. For this battle for the win, Scott Roush, though, out in front is car number 60. Jessica Shelton, P2. She's had chances to win at this race before. She came up short a few times in past seasons. Once again, up here in the battle for the front. RJ Bishop got a chance to win the 500 earlier this season. Was leading at the white flag. Ironic enough, the driver who held him up there, Diego Yepes, right next to him there in that 59. This time he's on the lead lap and up to speed. There's no teammate that's going to hold him up, so I guarantee he does not want a repeat of the 500 coming in for a racetrack like this. Sky Commons, a well-known super speedway driver, pretty good. Won a few in the past. Dylan Pote, no introduction about him there. He's known how to race altogether. And they come up to Fisher yet again, actually. Where are they going to approach him? Oh, right on the front straight. Oh, and this is going to completely just... Everyone that's over in that area, just check about good number of drivers except for the top 3. Oh, Baranowskis, very risky. And Turner has lost so much ground in that 78. He was hoping for a yellow. But those odds are just, they're getting slimmer and slimmer now. And now Kev has gotten around Ember Ross. Now he's going to try to work on Benjamin Miles and Levi McIntyre. Going to use the highlight, and look at Kev! He about made it work. Had to check up a little bit. Now Scott Roush and others doing the same thing as well. Bishop a little bit off. He's going to probably reel in Sky Commons and Audrey Baranowskis there, thanks to Ember Ross. Just trying to get around all these cars left and right. They're literally scattering like flies out here. Benjamin Miles, they're also trying to get around that 62. Shelton literally just punted the 62 out of the way. And we're at less than 10 to go. Turner flying right by Ramey and Fisher. There you see Rogers and Qualls. They have gotten around Zach Flickinger. And now RJ working on the 62. This is where you're just going to see those cars just try to get around the lap traffic. And now Commons and Bishop, they're stuck literally in a hornet's nest. And now finally will break free. Now they've approached Angel Navarro on the 42 yet again. And Douglas just broke out like a cannon. And now Navarro just, man, blocking Scott Roush in the 60. And that 42 is wicked slow. And Scott Roush, man, he is just getting eaten alive here. Thanks to the 42. And now they're going to have to deal with the 77 again. Oh, man, Roush probably not going to be thrilled here. He's trying to find the needle and the thread there. And the needle there. And fortunately, that's going to really, really end his chances bound for the win there. This will probably help Jesse Turner a little bit. Next car, though, approach Keith Batts in the 39. He's definitely lost ground there. And possibly Joshua Osborne, Allison Rain, and James Ellison. Now Roush, you see, is trying to work on Levi McIntyre. And Ember Ross yet again. Again, that really has ended Scott Roush's chance for the win. He'll still get a top 10, and this is big for the 60 team because they'll still get some very valuable points, but I guarantee you, though, he still won the battle for that win, though. Meanwhile, battle for the lead, Shearer and Shelton. It's literally the Chevy and Chevy show in the top 4. And now here comes Mercedes and Dodge, Toyota and Mercedes again, all right within the mix. Next, they're approaching Keith Batts in the 39. Yeah, you could tell with Scott Roush there, just fell way too far back thanks to Angel Navarro there. I didn't even see the 42. That's how slow that car is there. She is just so far off the pace. And now Batson holding up some of these drivers there, and they're checking up majorly here. Especially Kev Shearer, Diego Yepes, and Audrey Baranowskis. Wow, Jesse literally 11 seconds back right now in that 78. And now Shearer's gotten around Keith Batson. Still not enough, though, for Scott Roush altogether. Caution comes out now. Race will end under yellow. And they will definitely approach Osborne, Ellison, and Rain. Right now, though, Shelton Commons and Aaron Douglas, the top 3 battling out. Dylan Poteen, others. Here they come like a freight train coming on by. And now these drivers, they know, okay, this may be the last time they'll approach slow traffic. Maybe Kyle Matthews and Alex Drayton as well. Train is actually coming down pit road. And Bishop's coming down. He can't make it on gas. Oh, this may have changed everything. Remember, that was some of the drivers in the top 6. Commons still hanging on with the lead. What's going to happen now, though, with them approaching these 3 drivers? Commons being patient. They know the time's ticking. The move's going to have to be made soon. Where does Sky go? He's going to go high. And Dylan Poteet's coming down. Look at Douglas going down low, but he's going to get stuck by Ellison and Rain. Now he's going to swing it down low, and Common's going to get held up. Oh, this is a cluster. With 2 laps to go. Yepes now out in front. They will approach Matthews. Yepes is going to get held up. Look at Kev looking for the lead. He's going to get it. Rain trying to use her car as a pick. She will have to watch out for Jessica Shelton, though. Puts the block on her now. White flag coming at the line for Kev Shearer, the pole sitter. We have never seen the pole sitter win at Talladega before. Could we see history? White flag, final lap here at Talladega for the EA Sports 500. Kev trying to look for 2 seasons in the Cup Series with wins. Trying ever so mighty here. 3 different numbers, 3 different victories. Cars leaving pit road. Ember Ross in the 77. It's going to come down to Kev Shearer, Jessica Shelton, and Aaron Douglas battling this out there. Diego Yepes and others way too far back. They're going to approach Fisher one last time. Kev wanting to go high, trying to get baited. Shelton trying to make a move. Can't seem to do it. Kev Shearer in the 68. He's home free. And checker flag in hand. Evans Gardner's going to win both the big super speedway races. They're going to win at Talladega. Kev Shearer's going to win the EA Sports 500. And wow, the big 2 kahunas right there. The Daytona 500 and the EA Sports 500. Unbelievable. Wow. Sheldon got held up at the right time, too, and will still come away with a top 3 podium. Douglas will get 2nd. Comet's 3rd, or Comet's 4th, excuse me. Yepes 5th. Audrey Bernowski 6th. And then the cars that were just behind, but stayed out after all that mess. Jesse Turner, Zach Rogers, James Qualls, and Zach Flickinger will all get a top 10 after all that mess that happened. Kev Shearer going to be victorious right there. 13 cars finished on the lead lap. Amazed Scott Roush actually came down pit road. What a crazy Talladega race weekend altogether. There's the rest of the field there. Thank you guys for watching. Like, be sure to like, comment your thoughts. Subscribe by hitting the subscribe button here on the channel. Until then, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Here come the points at the end of it always. And welcome back to Intersol Action, everyone. Until then, goodbye, everybody.